Welcome to the Bella Grind podcast, where we like to say it's go time. It's time to go after your goals, go after your dreams, and certainly time to go after the bang. That's the money. I have with me today singer, songwriter, and someone very special to me, Sauvi Duvin.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here today. I can't wait to do this interview.
Yes, I'm excited to be here.
Yes, and you already know I think you're everything. So let's jump right into this interview. So talk with me about your journey. I introduced her as a singer and songwriter, but she has a very unique journey, and that's why she is sitting here on the podcast with me today. So talk with me about your journey, and you can go back as far as you would like, but talk to me about it.
Okay, well, like most singers in the church, started in the church. But I've been singing for a very, very long time. Professionally, it's been since I've been 15. I've been in a group. I've been in 2 girl groups, actually. And so since 15, I've been going just hardcore with my music. I did take a break, though, for college. I did get my degree because, I was told you need to have a plan B. But, it was fun. But right after college and graduation, I got right back into the music. I couldn't stay away from it long. I could not. And so now I'm working on several solo projects, and I'm also in a band called The City. And yeah, we're doing our thing too. So I'm excited right now.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen you with The City. I know you all have some things coming up, and we're going to talk about that at the end of this interview because I'm proud of that work as well. I want to go back in your story a little bit. So you said at 15 you actually joined your first girl group. Mm-hmm. Is that when you realized that you could sing, or did you always know that you could sing?
I knew I could sing, but that was the first time I was like, wow, I can actually do this. Okay. I can actually perform and get on stage in front of thousands of people and rock a show. Mm-hmm. That's when I was like, that's what I want to do. So yeah, that was around that time. Mm-hmm. And I did it heavy in high school. It was very intense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What intense. Were there some things that your parents did or your family to really nurture your gift? What did that support look like?
Well, they're extremely supportive in everything. So ever since I can remember, honestly, they've encouraged me to sing. I've been in chorus all throughout middle school, high school. I even was a part of an a cappella group in college.
Really?
Yes, called The Sirens. Mm-hmm.
The Sirens, okay.
Yes, it was fun. It was fun. Mm-hmm. But yes, they've been, every show, every opportunity that I've had, they've been right there supporting me. My dad, he's put me in vocal lessons. My mom, she put me in piano lessons at one point. Mm-hmm. So my dad, he bought me a guitar. So they're very involved in my growth as an artist and my love for music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let me just say, her parents, I do know both. They are. Yes. They have been your support system, but to a next level. Her dad, Marcus, is actually a promoter, and I remember when he was on the grind with you, I'm going to put my baby out front,
right?
And he had you traveling everywhere, and she was in college, really on this grind. She was able to balance her classes and all of that,
man,
and still travel.
That's a journey in itself.
But that's the grind, right?
Yes.
And that's what I want the listeners to be able to hear, because there's some young girl watching this right now who is either in high school or college,
right,
and knows that she too can sing or do some other craft. Yeah, she's trying to figure out the balance. What advice would you give a young girl who is in that situation?
Prioritize everything.
Okay,
that has helped me juggle everything, especially in college. You can't always do everything you want to, but you'll be able to do enough to where you still get the experience of both. I thoroughly enjoyed my college experience. And I met a lot of great people, and that I'm like, that supports me now with my own music outside of college. So it's definitely a journey, and it's not easy, but it's worth it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So talk to me about what type of music you create. How would you describe your music?
My music is definitely one of those, you're home relaxing, glass of wine, or if you're having like a late night drive, that's definitely my vibe with my music. R&B, I talk about a lot of love. I love. So, naturally, that's what's going to be the topic of discussion throughout my music. But yeah, I always think about my music, how it's going to sound live. And so whenever I'm going into it, recording with the team, it has to feel good to me live. I have to think of it, and it has to make sense live. And that's what No Tomorrow, a lot of, because there's a lot of live instruments in No Tomorrow. So when I was recording that one and just the whole experience with that song, oh my gosh, it felt so great in the studio. The energy was amazing. And that's what I try to take with me in all of my songs. And if it doesn't feel good to me by the end of the session, then no, that's not the one.
That's not the one for you.
It's not the one.
Do you like being compared to other artists?
Yeah. Well, because I've been compared to some pretty great artists. So it's not definitely.
And I didn't want to say it. I wanted to make sure, because some artists take issue with that, being compared to other artists, because you like to be in your lane.
Yeah, everyone's influenced by someone.
You better say it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with, especially when they're great. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. And I definitely have studied a lot of older artists, and the music today, it doesn't have the same feeling as it used to. And so that's why I look back and listen back to older artists, because the feeling was always there. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I definitely don't mind being compared to that.
Okay, well, when I think of her, you put me in the mind of Sade. And that is, like, that's huge, right? To be able to say that
that's an
you
honor.
Could be compared to her, because she is next level.
Yes.
But when I listened to your last single, and even when I shared it with my friends and family, that's the feedback I was getting.
Really?
She sounds like Sade.
Yeah.
I was like, yes,
I love
Amber.
it. I love it. Sade. I'm trying to go international like Sade too. So
yes. Go ahead and put that in the universe.
Right. I'm going international. Mm-hmm. I'm going international.
You absolutely will. Yes. I believe it. If you could work with an artist, if you could do a collaboration, who would that be?
Okay, so on the R&B tip, I would say I would love to do a song with her. Yes, Beyonce, of course. I love Beyonce, so it has to. Alicia Keys. Mm-hmm. There's another artist. Oh, I forgot her name. Oh my God. I forgot her name, but it's another artist, R&B artist. There's so many dope R&B, like underground artists that no one knows about. That's it's not mainstream, but it's definitely the feel that a lot of people are looking for, that they say they can't find anymore in music. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, definitely check out like Amber Mark. She's a great underground artist. Yes. And then like for hip hop, because I like rap too. Collaboration, I'll collab with Lil Baby.
Okay.
I'll collab with Mulatto or Lotto, Big Lotto now. Mm-hmm. And Doja. I love me some Doja Cat.
You do?
Yes, I love Doja Cat.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to claim that you'll be able to work.
Yes,
with all of those people.
Yes.
And look how humble you are. Like, I like the way you just quickly shared this platform that's about you, but you just shouted out.
For sure.
Some other artists, and you said Amber Mark. I need to check out.
Amber Mark, yeah.
Amber Mark. Okay. Well, I'm getting ready to take you through a fast.
Oh, it's a fast round. Okay, let's go.
And with the fast round, I ask you some questions.
Okay.
And you have to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And then you have to tell me why.
Okay.
And one that I ask everyone who has graced the couch so far is it easier to start a habit or break a habit for you?
It's easier to break. Easier to start a habit.
Okay.
It's harder to break a habit, in my opinion.
Okay. Tell me why.
Yes. Because once you get into you can start a new habit. You don't have any like previous, say you're trying to, what's a good one? I can't even think of a good example right now. But when you're breaking a habit, if you're already set into something and you're trying to deviate from it, I feel like that's harder than when you're just a clean slate and you're starting a habit, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. So when I'm already used to eating meat, like let's say we're talking about that. I'm already used to eating meat. So me to try to become a vegetarian or a vegan, that's going to be extremely hard. Rather, if I had started this way, it would not be a problem.
It would be easier for you to do. Makes sense. Okay. I'm just very interested in how people think about that.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, the next one. This one might be a little tricky. You ready?
Okay.
R&B or hip hop?
I'm going to have to go with R&B. Only because the emotion that I get from R&B is like a super wide spectrum. A lot of the hip hop that I listen to is when I want to motivate myself and if I want to turn up, I know there are other types of hip hop, like as far as content wise, that could match R&B, but I don't go to hip hop for that. So R&B, I can go to R&B too. If I want to dance or if I want to cry, like sometimes you want to cry.
Sometimes you do. That's very true.
And so there are certain songs I listen to when I need to just release, that emotion. So I have to go with R&B.
With R&B,
yeah.
Okay. If there is one thing that you could change about the industry, what would that one thing be?
That one thing?
Is that because it's so many?
I would change how everyone focuses on the visual aspect of everything. I was talking to a friend of mine about this not too long ago. As far as back then, before social media and before internet and all of that, the music was so pure. It was so pure because you didn't get to do a whole bunch of retakes. You didn't have reverb and auto-tune and all of that. It was just straight vocals and feelings on the track. And you had to actually hear them on the radio or travel to a show. The music back then was so original. They weren't influenced by an artist on the West Coast as much as it is today. Like, everyone had their own unique style. And I think that's why the music back then was so amazing, because everyone wasn't trying to be like the other person. This is how I'm singing. This is what I feel like doing on the track. There are no rules. There's no limits. Now I feel like there's so many rules. There's so many limitations that are put on artists, especially female artists. And so that's the only thing I would change about the industry. But, you got to grow with the times. You got to move with you got to keep it pushing, keep it moving, because time stops and waits for no one. So it's just getting adjusted to that is definitely, it's hard sometimes, but, if that's what you want to do and if that music is my passion, so you got to adjust.
But does adjust, and this is a real question, in adjusting, do you ensure that you don't compromise yourself? Because I'm pretty sure,
right,
as a woman and then a Black woman in the industry, to your point, you are faced with a lot of challenges with having to navigate that whole piece, right? Because patriarchy is real in the industry.
Yes.
And so with that, I'm pretty sure every day you have to make a conscious effort not to compromise yourself and to stay true to who you are.
Exactly. You have to know who you are and what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to do, and stick to that and have your boundaries. Some people may not like them, but in the end, they'll respect you more. And I'm blessed to have a great team of people around me that shield me from a lot of unnecessary BS. And so I'm grateful for that. But a lot of women don't have that. And so it's the industry is not easy for Black women. But there are so many Black women that are killing the game right now, though. Yeah. They're doing their thing. So, you know, we're learning and we're dominating.
That's right. We're dominating. I love that. So what's next for you? What's next for Sauvi Duvin?
So what's next? I'm actually working on an EP. Okay. That I should be releasing at the top of next year. And I released a Christmas song last year, but I'm working on a video for it this year. So I'm super excited for that. And that's going to be out probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm super excited.
Can't wait for that. Yes. It'll be on repeat at the house for the holidays this year. It's
definitely a fun Christmas song. You would enjoy it.
Okay.
You will enjoy it. Yes,
okay.
For sure.
Okay. And where can I like to call my audience Bells and the guys are Bows. Beaus.
Okay.
Not
right.
Beaus.
Gotta be
Bows,
specific.
right? I think I've even seen it spelled Beaux, but either way, it's the male version of what a bow is. So where can my Bells and my Bows find you on social media?
On social media, you can find me at Sauvi Duvin, and that's SauviDuvin. And that's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I have a website. You can just type in www.sauviduvin.com. Apple Music, Spotify, all of that.
Yes. That's the part. That's the important part. Yes. Where to find the music. So we can find you on Apple Music,
Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, anywhere you can stream music. That's where you'll find me.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So you're in a band called The City.
Yes, I am.
How did that come about? How did you end up in a band?
So, actually, I was referred.
Okay.
Yeah. Willie Hendrix referred me to The City.
Okay.
Yes. One of his friends was the lead singer, the male lead singer at the time. And so they brought me in, I auditioned. This was almost 5 years ago, which is crazy. We've had a journey. Now, that is a journey. But I started rehearsing with them, and we started as a corporate band, but now we're going into the concert sector of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have we do a lot of casinos now. We're about to be at Gold Strike Casino for Christmas, actually, the 23rd through the 25th. And we have a show coming up that's at the State Farm Arena, which I'm super, super excited about.
Me too.
And
when is that? That's December 4th.
Yes, December 4th. And at 7 o'clock. There's an incredible lineup. We have Tamar Braxton, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill, Stokely, and Sheila E. She's going to be out there. So it's exciting to share the stage with all of those people. So I'm super excited about that.
I will be in the house for that one.
Now, The City, we're doing some big things. We have a single out on the radio called It's You.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, we're it's time to ramp up. Look, it's time to get it. It's time to go get it.
It's time to go get it.
Yes.
Abella on her grind. So can we find the single as well on all streaming?
Apple Music.
Okay.
Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify.
Okay. Yep. That's exciting, Amber. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, no, it's been a long journey, and it gets hard because being a musician, you just really have to. Thank God I love it. You know, because so many times I wanted to be like, you know, forget this. I'm about to go corporate and just go get my money.
That's real, though.
No, yes.
That's the real part of the grind.
You know, it fluctuates. The industry fluctuates. The amount of money you get from it fluctuates. So it's definitely not the easiest dream to go after. But like I said earlier, it's worth it. It's worth it if you love doing it. And I do. I do. And once you start seeing the fruits of your labor, it's so rewarding.
I'm sure.
It's so rewarding. And I'm starting to see that. I'm moving into a season where I'm starting to see where everything I've planted is about to grow. So I'm super excited about that.
Well, we are blessed to be able to share in this journey with you and like experience your music.
Yes.
You truly are bomb.com.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have a great team. Shout out to Willie Hendricks Remix.
Shout out Willie.
Michael Aristotle. Bez Knows Talent. Marcus Eason Entertainment. Bam Entertainment. Shout out everybody. Mm-hmm. My mama, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget Mama. Right. Karen, she loves you.
Yes.
We would never leave you out of the conversation.
Absolutely not. And of course, God, I would not be here.
That's right.
Thank you for my talents. You know, I would not be here without him. So
I love it.
Yeah. And our picture is on the website. Like, it's crazy because you really don't, as an opening band, they don't normally put you on the flyer.
But you all on the flyer.
If you go to State Farm Arena and go on the website and scroll down until you get to the December 4th date, you'll see us.
Let me do that right now.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting.
Right now.
It's so exciting. I'm like, oh my God. We're on the radio advertisement. I just be playing it because I have a recording of it. Just be playing. I'm like, oh, look at us, the city.
This is turn it on. Let me see.
The celebration just got bigger with Tamar Braxton. And just having Johnny Gill. And introducing the city.
Yeah.
Tickets available.
Okay.
It's so cool, right? Oh my gosh. I think that is just so
proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So glad you were able to come and sit on the couch and share your wisdom with.
Yes, of course. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, this is a beautiful, wonderful platform. For women, so I'm excited. And
you are welcome.
I'm excited to see where it's gonna go.
Come
back after I do my world tour.
Yes, let's do it. Let's claim it. Absolutely. You always have a seat here at the Bella Grind Podcast, and I appreciate you and love you so very much.
Love you too.
So, with that being said, that's it, everybody. Remember, act like a lady, think like a boss, and stay on your beautiful grind. On the next episode of the Bella Grind Pause. Okay, here we go.
You got the flip?
I don't like the flip. That's what I'm trying to hide.
Oh, okay.
It looks ridiculous.
Right.
It looks ridiculous to me, but okay. I just feel like it does. Because it wasn't supposed to bloop. I was looking for doop, and then it did boop. You gotta follow. You have to follow. 1, 2.
Kept to yourself.
My bad.
You was a bad kid in school.
I was. So you're in a band.
Yes.
Called The City.
Called The City, yes. Wait,
How?
Did you hear my stomach?
That's why I said I need to bring snacks for my people. I gotta start bringing snacks.
Oh my God, that's so
Yes.
funny.